Schlatt, I've had a really bad sleep schedule lately.
What you been doing?
To be honest, actually, I was out getting drinks the other day with Charlie Slimesicle and Tina Kitten and folks, and that was fun. I was out until like 4 a.m. But
partying.
It wasn't even really partying. We were just kind of vibing. We were vibing, having a good time.
With Charlie? With Charlie?
Yes. With Charlie?
Charlie Slimesicle?
Yeah.
You were partying with him?
Yeah, no. Charlie and I were LMFAO level partying. Yeah, we were.
And all his limbs were attached to his body.
Oh, well, I mean, I didn't really kind of get into like the notion of like what form of Charlie it was. It could be. It could have been a specter.
Was just the idea of Charlie was in the room?
Yeah, no, he could have just been a brain in a box in some sort of like government facility, and he's just astral projecting to hang out with me, which I honestly appreciate.
I'd expect that of him.
And that's just kind of his thing. He's a little slimy, goopy boy, and he likes to do some astral projection every now and then. Yeah. But I've been up at till 4 a.m., 5 a.m., so I enacted a plan.
Okay.
And my plan is to reset my sleep schedule so I have not slept.
For 30 hours?
I am still awake since I woke up. Well, I woke up at 1 p.m. yesterday, but I'm still awake.
That's 30 hours.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's 30 hours awake.
What's the longest you've ever stayed up for?
I don't know.
Yeah?
How's that for a great podcast discussion?
Welcome to Chuckle Sandwich. Welcome, everyone, to another beautiful episode of Chuckle Sandwich. Clearly, based on the noises coming out of this group, the vibes are at an all-time high. Everyone is at full working order. Tucker is looking bright and beautiful. His smile is shining across the meadows.
Our podcast daddy makes us come now. I don't want to be here anymore.
He's jerking us off every day, and he's making us
come
all over
every
day,
every week at the same time. Every week he makes me come, and you know what? At this point,
guys, it's too early in the video to be talking like that.
I'm feeling so sick. I feel so sick.
Yeah,
I sound awful. I sound really bad. I don't know what I have, but it's been kicking my ass for 5 days now, and it gets worse every day.
Yeah, it's the worst time for it to happen to you too, because you've had a big win lately.
Yeah,
you're riding the high.
I was so excited to be streaming again, and I have been streaming, but it's at a lesser intensity level than I would have hoped. I mean, we had a big launch, the Sleep Deprived channel. We launched our Minecraft server, which is
the Sleep Deprived SMP. Nice, which is down in the description, sdmp.live, and every single one on this podcast
not to be confused with the DSMP, which is a very different thing. Very different people.
Very different people. And
we were saying this is the first one with no bad people on it.
Yeah, no, only good people with good morals are on this one.
Only great people. As far as I know, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean,
the clip from that opening, dude, the clip from that opening ceremony has like 10,000 bookmarks. People are like, "Oh, I'm going to save this and come back to it once." Yeah, like once one of the members,
something goes wrong with the SMP, and they're like, that's what they do on Twitter, don't they? They like save, bookmark a bunch of stuff so they can later be on, like later when something comes out, they can be like, he's knew that there was something wrong with this person.
I knew something was off. I knew something was off.
Just because, Jeffrey Epstein was on the server though. We killed him though.
Yeah, he did log in. It was pretty unfortunate. The first few minutes of the server, someone named Jeffrey Epstein managed to get on, and I feel really bad about that. But there was no way I could have known.
Yeah, there's no way. Even as a server owner, I mean, there's hackers out there. There's nothing you could have done, and there's nothing that Jeffrey could have done to prevent himself from dying.
Yeah. I mean, I feel I sound like crap. Tucker is going to be lifting my weight this episode, I think. And Tucker's been lifted. He's been being lifted recently too.
I've risen.
Yeah, Tucker's rising from his little cherub position into a little full-time streamer, Tucker.
Yeah, I've been putting in the hours.
Yeah, twitch.tv/Tucker Keane. He's been streaming on the SDMP, and I mean, Tucker, how is it? How's it been? I guess we haven't really talked about this on the podcast before because we just push you off to the sidelines and spank you.
Yeah.
But you've been streaming since early December. So how's it been going so far, in your opinion?
I've been with it pretty steady. It's been going good, but the SDMP is like a whole new level. It's a new game.
Yeah.
The streaming before was like steady growth, but this is like you just went from T-ball to college ball.
Yeah, you're going to the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's been wonderful.
T-ball.
SDMP, every single SDMP stream has been massive.
Well, people are interested in it, man. I mean, Connor was averaging maybe 500 people in his stream on Twitch, and that right now I have him on my side monitor. He's got 2,400 people. That's insane. That's a lot of people watching.
I was averaging 45, and then I've been averaging like 250, 300.
People fucking love Minecraft, dude. They do. The viewers have a fucking hunger for the mines. They have a hunger for the blocks. Yeah. They want to see you do manual labor in block form. They want to see you build things. They want to see... And what's cool about the SDMP that I'll mention is that people can send you postcards. Is a little function you had. Because this is like a mod. I think that's one of the best... Why personally I'm having such a blast with it is because... originally the Minecraft SMPs was like, okay, we're going to do this vanilla. We're going to just have this be a vanilla Minecraft server. But now it's like, it's the age of the modded servers because people are getting we're kind of hitting the tail end of the current Minecraft age. So it's like now people are like hungering for the mods and stuff again.
The mods have been fun. I've never used a single Minecraft mod my entire life. So this is like a whole new world. And
they're great.
It's way more fun than I thought it was going to be.
I spent a shit ton of time curating the entire thing.
Yeah.
It kind of came out of nowhere too, for me at least. We didn't ever talk. I don't know if we really ever spoke about you working on that. Like it just kind of, you kind of just hit me up and was like, hey, I'm doing this whole fucking SMP.
Was working on it. Was working on it in the shadows, dude. I was tweaking. I was holed up tweaking config files and shit so that it plays perfectly.
Yeah.
I came up with that thing where it's like, oh wait, what if we use the content creator integration mod and sync it up with the contact mod, which is the post office, like the postcard thing, so that people can donate to send money to every streamer, and then I created config files for everybody, just handed them out, and it's like plug and play.
Yeah.
And it was a brain blast.
You basically invented that. That function. That's cool.
I've never seen another Minecraft World or SMP where the viewers can send in cute little postcards to a streamer, and then they walk to the mailbox. They get a little alert, and then they walk to the mailbox and open it. And it's just a bunch of letters like that real people have sent. Like
that's so
it's
cool.
Really cool.
That's so cool. So the mailbox thing is its own mod that was like made by someone, where it's like you got the little floating notification of the thing over it, and then you kind of just like tied in the like two. You basically just like took two mods and then like tied the tails of them together, and then just like made a knot there. That's cool.
Yeah, there's a mail mod that was made for. Like say everyone is, I guess the thing the mail mod would be good for is like, say everyone is spread out really far and you kind of want to do a little bit of role play where you can mail people things instead of just typing in the chat.
Mm-hmm.
So there's that part, but then there's also the content creator integration mod, which plugs into your Streamlabs and like reads your alerts, which is usually used for stuff like competitive Minecraft or like challenges where everyone's streaming and the viewers can donate for their team to get like extra tools or abilities or shit.
That's cool.
Yeah, and I kind of was like, wait, there's a better way to use this that can make for better content, and that's how I came up with that. And it's been great. We have a TV mod too that people are reacting to shit on.
Yeah, it's just like all in Minecraft.
I watched Click last night.
Yeah, I need to figure out how a lot of these mods work, and honestly. This is something that I don't even think Tucker is totally aware of, so that I'm going to bring up now. But there's a whole nother dimension in the mods.
Oh yeah. Yeah, the Twilight Forest.
Yeah.
It's a
Sorry,
whole other world,
I was going to bring it up to you on stream, Tucker. I didn't want to. I might as well tell you right now. There's a whole nother dimension that we can go to. It's called the Twilight Forest. You may have heard of it in the past.
Well, I keep seeing the phrase Twilight Forest, and I was like, is this just some like new biome or some shit?
No, man, it's a whole nother portal you jump into.
How do you make the portal? Is it with the water bucket?
It's with you make a square in the ground. You fill it. You have grass all around the square. It's a 2x2 square.
Okay.
You fill it with water. You put flowers all around the edge of the hole. Then you throw a diamond into it.
Oh, whoa! That's that's done with all like kind of very vanilla stuff.
Yeah.
Oh,
and you just jump in.
Well, I was crafting something, and there was an option to craft like a different version of it. I like looked up an item, and it told me how to craft it. But I think there's a Twilight Forest version of this item.
Yeah,
with a different recipe.
Yeah, it adds a whole bunch of cool shit.
I was on stream. I had no idea what. I was like, I have no idea what that is.
You're gonna have to go live after this. I don't know how to put it.
Yeah. How long do you think because SMPs all have like a lifespan? How long are you hoping it'll last?
Oh, I have no expectations, dude. Like if it does insanely well, then I'm just another Minecraft YouTuber again, and I don't want that to happen. So I'm just hoping it lasts long enough to, help everyone make some money, get a little view boost, and then hopefully get some new fans along the way. I don't want to be.
What a generous God!
I'm not gonna open up like that door again and start posting Minecraft videos to my main channel. I think I'd want to kill myself.
You're not gonna do Schlatt Coin 2, the movie?
No, but I've been enjoying it, but I don't want to make it like the 9 to 5 again. It's for me, it's just an enjoyment thing, and I might make videos on like my second channel from it, but
Yeah, I've been trying to decide whether or not I want to I don't know. I really just enjoy, because you guys know me. I don't normally stream at all. Like it's like the only reason I've been streaming lately, honestly, is because I'm trying to prop up this little cherub over here to get him into the streaming world. But usually I'm off doing my YouTube thing. But let me tell you, I was messaging Schlatt this day. I was like, dude, I've been thinking about Minecraft, dude.
I'm sitting in class thinking about, when I get on, I'm going to be building this or doing that.
And that's like a thing that extends just to like a feeling of playing video games in general. Like it's like almost like we've discovered a whole new video game, but then there's the whole excitement of being able to stream on top.
That is necessarily the goal.
Yeah.
I'm just excited to fucking get on stream, and then I think I'm going to do a thing where I'm not going to post my VODs, and I'm just going to do the live thing so I can play whatever music I want, because I like showing off my music. You were doing that the other day, Schlatt. But
yeah,
I do.
I've just been sick the past 2 days, so I've been going live on my alt and just playing music and barely talking.
Yeah. And that's a vibe. Yeah. That's a vibe, too.
It's a vibe. Totally a vibe.
Oh, man. Minecraft, dude. Back in our lives.
Every year, once a year, man, you get the itch, and I think it's hitting at the right time for a lot of people. I think we're hitting an audience that has not been as fulfilled by the recent Minecraft endeavors that have been going on. Mm-hmm. And I think, banning every Minecraft YouTuber was a big step in the right direction for the SDMP, despite, Captain Sparkles being on, but he gets a pass because he's worth $20 million.
Yeah. I feel like every time you mention his net worth, it goes up a little bit.
Well, yeah. I mean, rich people just kind of make more money by having a lot of money. That's what
fair.
I've learned.
That's fair. They do.
He's probably, I mean, when you think about it, when you have that much money, your net worth can change by entire year's worth of salary in a day, depending on how the market's doing. That's a pretty harrowing, I just lost a year's worth of work because my money's in the market today. Like, what motivation do you even have to work at that point?
Jeez, but Captain Sparkles, he
loves it.
He loves Minecraft.
He loves
dude.
it. He loves it. He was on today. I saw him. He was on today. I was like, is he streaming? No.
When I was on the server,
he was just playing.
When I was on the server, at the beginning on our first day, I ran into him, and we had Tucker and I had a little bit of a land dispute with Captain Sparkles. Dude starts walking into our village that we had colonized. And he starts, he starts trying to build something. He starts trying to make a little house in our village, and we come up and we're yelling. We're like, "What the fuck are you doing?" We're screaming at him. We came in hot. And I hadn't spoken to Jordan
with no equipment
in years at this point, since probably he came on Chuckle Sandwich last. So it was an intense way to come in, and I was yelling at Michael Michelle. I was calling him stupid, but turns out Captain Sparkles is probably knows all of these mods in this server probably better than better than knows the alphabet, because he turns to me at the end of the interaction. He's like, "Let me just test something out." Hits me once, I'm instantly dead. And I had like iron armor on and stuff. I was like, "The fuck just happened to me?"
I'm sitting there like, all right, well, I'll just get going.
I exploded like a pinata in front of Tucker, and Tucker was just there agape. Oh
yeah, he's a dangerous one. You don't want to fuck with him. But you guys also both moved away very far.
We did.
That's the thing. And Captain Sparkles has been coming back. He's been coming back. He's been showing face.
Yeah, maybe we'll Tucker's about to build something on the main island. Maybe I'll build my own little missionary or something like that.
I staked a little land out.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't realize, and this is my first run, I didn't realize that everyone was going to build in 1,000 square, or not even 1,000. 200 square blocks.
Well, my experience with
Ted was like, let's go 600 blocks out into the ocean.
That's not what I said. I just knew that there would be a land grab, but I didn't know it was going to be like everyone was going to show up right next to each other. Because you know how I am with SMP. When we play Minecraft, Tucker, I like to go and find my own fucking biome.
This is what happened. Yeah, when Ted and I play on our own, we like to have kingdoms.
Yeah, we like to have entire swaths of land.
But this server is more like, we're going to make a suburb. This is more a suburban Minecraft.
Yeah.
It is. I mean, when I say I thought everything out, I tweaked. I kept generating worlds until I found an island that I thought would be able to support the amount of people while still letting them be spaced out enough. And then I tweaked the voice chat. I'm like, oh, how many blocks away should you realistically be hearing people? And I spent hours in that, restarting the server and like testing with different people. Like, can you hear me from over here? No? Okay, that's perfect. 28 blocks is the ideal distance where you can't hear anybody anymore.
That's cool
on this server.
That's cool.
Yeah, man.
So how many hours total do you think you put into the server before?
Oh God, I don't know. I don't know, man. There are some days where
give me a ballpark.
Probably 50 plus.
Damn.
Of just like solid like focus work on it.
Dicking around with code and stuff, that sucks.
I think that's actually what makes Schlatt happy.
Yeah.
This is like a passion project. Is the creation.
It is a passion.
Yeah, no, I think I was just like thinking about like dicking around with the fucking config files. I would that's so not up my speed as much. Like that's a whole different.
Well, I was almost a computer science kid, you know, like I had 2 semesters left and I dropped out. And so this kind of gives me a taste of like what could have been, you know.
Could have been.
I would say this is bigger than any project you probably would have ended up making through a regular pathway.
Yeah, what were you going to make, an app? What were you going to make another
work on?
What were you going to make, another vertical show streaming app?
Yeah.
You going to make Quibi?
No. Fucking Quibi, imagine.
Yeah.
I ended up on that team. Shit.
But I'm proud of you, dude. It's a fucking blast, and it's exciting and it's fun, and it's like something I'm like, ooh, this makes streaming fun again. Because I wanted to stream, but I have no real reason to stream, to be honest. Like so much of my world is not related to streaming that it's like there's no purpose to, but other than for fun. But
dude, it's fun that like you'll just log onto the server and half the people who are all content creators who would all be benefiting from being live because there's so much hype on the server right now. They're just playing. They're not even streaming.
Yeah.
As long as it scratches that like 2-3 week
for fucking 5 hours. I was doing this thing where I had my phone out like this. I had my phone out like this, and then I was just like scrolling on like TikTok or looking at stuff while I had my fishing rod out, and just because I was trying to
maxing out those dopamine receptors, dude.
I was going full. I think that was the one day that I was the day I was without my meds before I picked them up again. But the Schlatt made the fishing super fucking OP in this, so you can just like you can get
why? Because then you stick together with people and you fish with your buddies and you make content.
Yeah.
You're not off alone in a mine doing boring shit, you know? Or sitting in front of a mob trap, just hitting things with the skeleton. Well, I guess you are just kind of right-clicking when you're fishing. But
and Ted was alone.
fishing's
too.
cool, man. Fishing's cool.
Yeah, I was alone. I'm such a fucking grinder though when it comes to games. I'm so susceptible to like just like the whole pathway of upgrading something in a video game. I'm such a fucking slut for. Like if you give me like hey, there's a set of armor that you can get and then you can max it out and then like I'll be like, oh shit. So I'm talking, I probably spent a total of 7 full human hours fishing to get those boxes, because you can get these chests that will give you like Neptunian armor. I was doing that for fucking hours, dude, because I couldn't get a fucking Neptunian helmet. And then I did it one night, and then I started doing it in the morning. I woke up and I was like, time to clock in. And I keep doing the fishing thing until I get the helmet. And then I'm like, I can finally rest. But I'm like, but I kind of want to put some enchantments on this though too. So I keep fishing. Oh man.
Dude, that's the same with like if you're mining and you have the lucky rock. Like once every couple of stacks, you'll get a diamond.
Yeah.
So if you have a nice tool, it'll just pay for itself as you're getting cobble.
Exactly, dude. I wanted to take out
the bullshit,
all like the kind of the tedious parts that don't lead to any good content, and just kind of encourage people to be close and interacting and shit. And honestly, I consider the server a success as long as everyone's happy by like 2-3 weeks from now. As long as it scratches that itch for everybody, then that's kind of a win in my book.
Yeah.
I've said it probably 10 times on my stream. I was like, I keep discovering shit that's a mod or whatever, and I'm just like, damn, Schlatt thought of everything. Like every time there's like a little thing, I'm like, there's a thing for that.
Of course there is. Of course
I
there
think
is.
I haven't played without being on stream yet. I think I'm gonna try to keep it that way because that helps keep the
helps you stream.
Yeah.
Well, I'm a pretty consistent guy. I can do a schedule, but it helps keep it like when I am on stream, I'm like excited to be there.
Well, it's also better to not, because then you can avoid that awkward conversation with your chat. It's like you cheated on them or something. like you're like,
Ted's
guys,
gonna have an intervention with his chat every time.
Listen, guys, I'm sorry that I may have done some stuff off camera. Yeah, I did so much fucking like enchanting and stuff off camera that the next time that Tucker and I streamed together, which was realistically the second day of SDMP, Tucker was given an objective by one of his viewers to kill me, and Tucker tried to kill me at one point when I was showing him just like item I had, and I went back and looked at the VOD to see what his view was. Tucker was like going so hard. He was trying everything in his power to kill me, and he didn't pull me down by a single heart. Like he was just like kind of smacking me.
Well, not a single heart. I was like,
dude, you were
he's
smacking
gotta be
me.
Almost dead. Every hit, I was like, oh, this is the last one. This is the last one.
Well, yeah, bro, because Tucker like hit me like 7 times, and I was like, "Why are you hitting me right now? What are you doing? What are you doing? You want this to be a problem?" I just turned around, I just beat him. I beat him to death. Oh, God, Minecraft talk.
You're always the armor guy, and like you got all the max stuff with the max enchantments. I've always been the build guy. I'm like,
I don't fuck with the armor. I wear my suit
we
proudly.
were talking about that.
Yeah, we were talking about that. It is an aesthetic.
Armor.
I just don't have really an iconic skin. I mean, maybe the skin that's in the thumbnail of your Schlatt coin thing, where I used to be the Dr. Pig. Maybe I should go back to the Dr. Pig.
Total Miner Builder.
I remember that.
Maybe I go back to the Dr. Pig, because I don't really have a. That used to be my calling card back when I was Total Miner Builder /Jibber Dad. That used to be my skin. Mm-hmm.
Well, I have a Tom Scott skin.
Well, we know that.
Yeah,
we know that.
I mean, but it's too classic. I can't change it. So, so Tom Scott will just forever live in my shadow in Minecraft.
Yeah,
you know?
Maybe we bring him on the podcast and you guys work out your differences.
I would love Tom to come on.
Is that the guy that just retired?
No, he's still going. Tom Scott?
No, that's Tom Scott.
Oh,
we're talking about Tom Scott.
Tom Scott, the animator.
Animator, yeah.
ADSF movie.
I thought you were talking about Tom Scott, the guy who makes like educational content.
No.
ADSF movie, the series that he accidentally rested his fingers on the keyboard in a certain way and was like, wait a second. and then the rest is history.
No, that's just the order the keyboard, letters
I
come
like
up.
to imagine that he was
ASDF.
I just like to imagine he was like, all right, time to write my title, and then his hands land on the keyboard, and then he's like, I've done it.
Yes, there it is.
There it is.
I feel like a lot of your early days, like when you were like 14 to 18, was based on like ASDF movie, like your vibe.
This feels derogatory. The way that you're approaching this.
It's not. I just
clearly
you have some preconceived notions of ASDF.
No, I know you.
You kind of were into animation and stuff.
No, I know you, and I know the way that you approach a conversation, and the way that you started it was pointed. You came in, you were like,
Sharp.
Ted, I think this about, you know what? This was your little personality trait when you were a kid.
Well, okay, hold on. Well, am I wrong?
Kind of. I don't know what that means.
Okay,
like,
just the
other
vibe,
than the
dude.
fact
You
that
had
I watched
ASDF movie vibes.
ASF movie. Okay, so you're saying I'm just like, you're saying that I'm just like Dr. Akiganopoulos blah? Like I'm just going around saying Dr. Akiganopoulos blah?
That's a classic one.
Yeah, that's kind of how you were.
You think I'm going around singing the Muffin song?
Dude, it sold me, dude. I saw that and I was like, dude, let's be friends. Sold me.
Nah, man, you didn't come up to me and I captured you. You weren't
famous back then.
Well, you were an introvert though, and I captured you. I captured you and took you to Buffalo Wild Wings, and the rest is history.
I actually don't like when people call me an introvert because I don't think I am. I just think I'm really picky about people.
I think that back in high school you were a little.
I hate being alone.
You're underestimating how introverted you were in high school.
I think I was just shy.
So what the fuck do you think being an introvert is?
I enjoy having people with me at all times. Like I always am the one that is like in a game with somebody, in a chat with somebody, in a Discord with somebody, because I'm always like, I always have somebody by my side, but I'm very picky about who it is. I have a small circle, but I do not like being alone. It's like my least favorite thing.
Okay.
I fucking love that shit.
Yeah. I know.
Yeah.
I know.
There are times that, like, when I do alone time, I'm like,
Schlatt's got like a Schlatt's social battery is very often the size of like one of these batteries, one of these ones.
Yeah, the watch battery.
Yeah, no, Schlatt. My social battery is like the ones that you put in the.
It's a like lithium 1, 2, 3.
Like the ones you put in the fire alarms. Schlatt's
the 9 volts where you lick them.
Yeah, I'm rocking.
They zap you a little
I'm rocking
bit,
a 9-volt social battery. Schlatt's rocking a CR2032 battery.
Yeah, we had a joke on Sleep Deprived because we used to film everything on the same day, and at some point we were filming 3 per day, 2 videos and then a podcast. And the joke is that I'd kind of like start shutting down during the podcast, and then they were like, "Oh, Schlatt hit his quota." So it's like I had a word quota on the podcast.
We've had a similar conversation.
Yeah,
I told Ted if we ever do another Chuckle Week, Schlatt's not allowed to do 3 episodes.
Oh no, absolute banning from 3 episodes, because every time we try to do a Chuckle Week and we have more than 3 episodes, it happens to me too. Honestly, like it's a lot of conversation.
Oh, yeah.
That's like, I mean, that's got to be like 4.5 hours.
It's like fast conversation
of active engaged conversation. Like if you have a normal conversation with someone, you can just kind of like sit back and just like eat some fucking saltines or whatever. But like
you don't have to sit with good posture.
Yeah, you got to sit with good posture and be perceived the whole time.
Dude, Schlatt, you've been streaming without a face cam.
Speaking of being perceived. Speaking of, I used to play Minecraft. Everyone would come. All the new viewers would come into the chat. They'd be like, "Whoa, Schlatt streaming Minecraft? Like those good old days that I forgot that I never watched actually.
Mm-hmm.
But I just knew he streamed it like 5 years ago."
They come
in and they're like, "Where's the face cam? Turn on your camera. Show us your beautiful face." No, that's not how it works,
dude.
What, you don't remember? What is this? No, fuck no, I'm not turning on my face cam.
I have drank from the water of life.
It's the gift that keeps on giving.
I have drank from the water of life that is the no face cam streams, and I don't think I'm ever going to do face cam streams when it comes to Minecraft. It's just so much fucking better and Tucker can't do it because he's not a big enough streamer.
I know. I'm sitting here thinking that right now. I'm like, damn, dude, that does sound good. Because I know you're like back here just like...
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
You're just in the ugliest
I'll tell you
position
exactly what I'm
possible.
doing. I'm like this. It's right up in my face. And I'm like...
Yep.
And I like have something...
And you don't have to worry.
And when I'm drinking the beer to do like the slurp thing, I'm like...
Dude,
and it's
I'm
a
jealous.
blast. It's the time of my life, because what's so nice about doing the face cam streams is like, I guess you wouldn't really, I mean, Tucker, you very recently probably learned about this, is that when you've got a camera like this and then you're doing an active thing and then you've also got enough people to fill an auditorium on your right, just like talking, it's a lot. It's a lot to focus on all at once. And like having the camera on you, it's like you can like start to forget about the fact that you're being perceived, and then all of a sudden you like look over and you're like,
you're like this
on camera. And having the no face cam, it's like I feel like it's easier to think of fucking bits on the fly.
Of course,
it's
100%.
like I feel like I'm just more in tune with everything. It's almost meditation. It's content creation meditation. It's actually perfect. Tucker, you should be jealous.
I am, dude. I'm so jealous. I wish I didn't have to make an impression. But I mean, I enjoy it, and I know people like it, so it's good to like.
Oh, they would scream if they didn't get to see it. So for our Tucker lovers that haven't become Tucker watchers on his stream,
fuck you if you haven't.
That little candy dispenser in Tucker's background, he just filled that up. That's sort of like his part of his brand now. They would be missing that. They'd be freaking out at you.
No, they are. I've been using the green screen. NVIDIA's got a green screen like app, so it'll automatically do you. You don't need a green screen.
Yeah,
it works flawlessly. And this is like a chat reward. So I'm like, and now I'm like reaching into the void to do it.
I like it how the reward for your chat is that you get to eat M&Ms.
The first night I did it, dude, I ate way too many because I had the time limit set way too low. I had probably 1,000 calories worth of peanut M&Ms that night.
Oh, dude, I love peanut M&Ms too. I think I've talked about it. I keep saying the phrase, I think I've talked about on the podcast, because we've reached the point of maturity in a podcast where like our memories are now like, people will be like, oh, you talked about this like 2 years ago.
100,
I could not tell you.
Ago.
Let's be honest, viewers and listeners. We don't know what we said last week on the podcast.
Yeah.
Could not remember. I have to look at the chapters that Tucker's wife, the editor, makes for the podcast to remember what the topics were that we talked about, so I can make a title for the podcast, because that's how quickly I forget what we fucking talked about. But what I was going to say originally, before I went on my couple tangents, was that there's a very special relationship from the time that I worked at Staples, peanut M&Ms, and the relationship of how I obtained those M&Ms, because there was a bit of theft in a video game.
That peanut M&Ms at Staples were like in the like non-manager.
It was my way of fighting back against the system.
In the non-manager employees, because we had like 8 managers. There was tons of assistant managers. Gray shirts. That's gray shirts.
And they were sweaty.
Out of all the non-gray shirts, peanut M&Ms were like a known kind of acceptable thing to steal.
Yeah,
everybody was stealing. And if they weren't stealing it, they had an extra large Dunkin' Donuts cup up front that was full of Diet Coke and liquor. And it's like, okay, that's an issue on its own.
Yeah, in between their smoke breaks, right? In between their smoke breaks and their makeout sessions.
I can picture like 4 of them that were living that life.
Oh man,
that's the retail life, dude.
And this is the last thing I'll say about Staples, because I just have to say, we had this one manager. I won't call him out directly. I'm sure that he doesn't even know what the internet is, but
Fred.
He would walk in, and every day, if you got within 5 meters of him, you would get this Dunkin' Donuts coffee breath that was like the closest thing that I could compare to when SpongeBob ate that sandwich in that episode, and he was like terrorizing Bikini Bottom, where it was like
also a dick.
It was like an aura that came off of him and would hit you, and then you'd be like that guy with the nostril shot in that SpongeBob episode where SpongeBob ate the sandwich, where he like, ah!
That was actually a really good recreation of it.
Thank you.
That was surprisingly accurate. It also was an ice cream sundae.
Yeah.
You're right.
Remember,
It was
he had
an
to
ice
put
cream
all that
sundae.
shit on that ice cream sundae.
Which is weird. You know what's weird about that episode, though?
What?
Even though there's a bunch of slop, a bunch of gunk on it, it still kind of makes me want an ice cream sundae when I see him building it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Do you remember building an ice cream sundae as a kid?
Absolutely a childhood specific experience. No
Yeah,
one
like
else,
you got
no
the
adult
cherries, you
has
had
that
the
much,
whipped
has that many tools for ice cream creation. Like that's not like an adult thing to have.
Dude, as an adult, if I want to make an ice cream sundae, I go get like the low fat like gelato shit that we bought, and I'm like, oh, okay,
Yeah, some Halo top.
Yes, this will do. Yeah, some Halo.
Halo top that's like just basically it's like the LaCroix, the LaCroix
Yeah, it's the
of ice cream. It just
LaCroix of
tastes like ice chips and the notion of a flavor.
The sugar-free chocolate syrup.
My wife will be like, "No, it's so good." It's terrible.
It's like role-playing ice cream.
It's like LaCroix trying to be a soda. It ain't it.
I'll tell you one of my shameful delights. That's what I'm gonna call it.
Guilty pleasures?
No, I'm gonna start calling it shameful delights.
Okay.
I feel like it's even smoother. And this is like I might actually like open myself up to criticism here, but I'm okay with it. I like easy cheese.
That's a Ted snack right there.
That's okay.
I like easy cheese.
No, it's not.
I like
think that's
easy
okay.
cheese, and I like putting it on a Ritz cracker, or go an extra step further if you want a little dust on your fingers, chicken and a biscuit.
Easy cheese is gross.
Dude, it's so
I like Kraft
good.
singles.
Like individually, like on its own.
Yeah. No.
Oh, what was that? Was that a retraction at the final moment?
No. I don't eat them on their own, but I use them quite frequently. I got a huge stack of them in my fridge. And I'm unashamed about that. I mean, I think it's a little classier than easy cheese, but I can still respect
easy
it because
cheese is
it comes from the
classy.
same place.
Because
I
it's
just don't
smooth,
know.
It's easy, you know. When you need some cheese, just put it on like it's fucking whipped cream, baby. That's.
I don't think it is
Now
cheese,
that's cool.
though. Like, what is it though?
What is it? Who
Like,
knows?
what is it?
Who knows? What? I could ask the same thing about. Okay, now I need something to say here. If I'm going to make a comparison, I could say the same thing about that shit you love so much, Tucker, and it's called beer.
Yeah, what? Beer?
Beer.
We know what beer is.
Yeah,
It's
I think
just-
Bud Light printed it on the can. It was like a marketing. It's like barley, hops, wheat, water.
Fuck. That's a good question. I got no idea what's in fucking easy cheese, and it could be killing me. That's probably the most likely cancer. That's. I'm surprised they sell it in California. Honestly,
You know how blind people can like tell what dollar they're holding? Like, oh, that's a $10 bill, and you're like, Grandma, how the fuck do you know that?
I didn't know that.
You've never heard that?
No, you're telling me blind people have powers?
Yeah, because if you lose one
Like,
sense,
I just.
yeah, if you lose a sense, then your others get stronger.
yeah. No,
What's
you
the
can.
other
You can
sense though?
okay,
is-
Tucker, you're getting on his case a little bit right now. I need you to
Touch, bro.
take it down a notch here, okay?
Or like if you're blind, you can hear better.
He's right though.
I'm right.
Schlatt is right. This is a thing where they have
This
a
is
little
a
bit
thing.
of a thing, like you can feel the numbers on them and stuff.
They have more
Yeah.
RAM. Their brain has more RAM to put towards the other senses.
That's a funny way to put it. RAM. They got more RAM.
Yeah.
The paper money of the United States is not tactilely identifiable. Blind people cannot identify the paper money without the help of a sighted person or a machine.
Shit. Then my grandma must have had a machine.
Or she wasn't blind. She was just fucking with you guys.
Maybe she was just fucking with me.
Yeah, that's fair.
Dude, I think Grandma played your ass.
I feel like I've heard that story from like three different occasions. I've heard of a blind person or someone who knew a blind person that could tell what bill it is. You know, like I just feel like that's a thing I've heard a lot.
Yeah.
Am I crazy? Ted, have you heard this? Like just mentioned in life? at some point?
Well, it's just sounded so familiar to me that I thought you were right.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like I must have heard it. Maybe it's one of those like elementary school lies. Because I feel like there's a laundry list of maybe 10 elementary school lies that like I held on to, but never really got into a situation where I had to unlearn them. So like every 2 years I unlearn one of them, you know?
Yeah. I mean, that's the only evidence I had for the whole RAM analogy. So maybe the other senses don't get better, and I was just lied to.
What sense would be telling them this?
Touch, bro.
Size makes sense. You ever seen Toph in Avatar: The Last Airbender, Tucker? Come on.
Well, maybe it's just because ones are really, really like worn in, and fives are less so.
Maybe.
And nobody carries 2s, 50s, or 100s. So you got a 1 in 4 chance just on the guess.
People don't carry 50s?
No, dude. When's the last time you saw
I don't
a
carry
50?
50. No, I don't carry
You carry
50s.
20s or 100.
I haven't seen a 50 in years, dude.
Who's on the 50?
Ulysses S. Grant.
But I always carry a 2. I carry a 2 because those are fun to give as tips.
You give 2s as tips?
Yeah.
That's the classiest thing Schlatt could have said.
You give tips?
When it warrants enough of a tip.
When are you giving a $2 tip, though?
Yeah, who's on the 2 as well?
When I have a $20 order and need to tip. Wait.
10%.
When I have a $10. That'd be a 10% tip. Oh, no, it's fine. No, I mean, like, you just throw it on the table. I mean, most of the time you're paying with a card, they'll just charge it to the card. But you throw the 2 on the table. You know, that's a cool thing.
Oh, damn.
Everyone loves a $2 bill. That's
I got
just
a few in my
quirky.
closet.
Yeah, it's funny because
Yeah.
like they just carry them at the bank, right? You just have to ask for them.
I remember
Yeah.
one time in like first grade, ice cream was like $1 and lunch was like $2. And as a kid, you'd go and pay cash to get your lunch. It was kind of a weird thing. But this kid, his parents were fresh from China. They were new in the United States. He was buying lunch with a $2 bill. And I was like, dude, are you about to spend that? Like you don't spend those. You put that in your cool little coin box forever.
Mm-hmm.
And so did you?
And he spent it. No, he spent it.
Wow, you didn't trade him?
What was I not going to eat? I wasn't going to eat my bagel and cream cheese.
Well, why didn't you just trade him your money for their money?
Because then how was I going to get lunch?
By trading your money for their money.
Yeah, and then I would have a $2 bill that I didn't want to spend.
Oh.
Yeah, then you'd have no money. Yeah.
I needed that bagel.
Yeah. Didn't have Money Tree at that point yet either. So yeah, dude, the fucking bagel that was this thin, and it was like, and then you had to use the fucking wobbly plastic fucking knife to get in there and try to get as much fucking sour cream out as you could, so you could get it on the thing. I've been up for 30 hours. All right, you got to give me some grace here. Honestly, I think I'm operating pretty good for having been awake for 30 hours. Thank you very much.
You're not doing bad.
Yeah.
Tucker, you're eating sour cream chips right now. What
he's
are
eating
those?
wrap snacks is what he's
fucking
eating.
wrap snacks.
He's eating the Migos flavor.
Wow.
Is it Migos because they're amigos?
Probably.
We were trying to
I
figure
can see
this
that.
out on the way home today.
I could see that.
I found this in the most like bodega ass back, just like side of the road place, and they got them. These are blowing up. And I think it's because of Chuckle.
They are. No, they're hitting the shelves
think they're
left
blowing-
and
I
right.
don't
Well,
think
they've
they're
always
blowing
been
up.
on the shelves. Everybody knows about wrap snacks.
Oh yeah, they have been around.
I've never
before.
seen those in my entire life.
Okay, you've seen them multiple times on this podcast. You can't deny that you've ever seen them before. Because
Never
keep
seen
showing
a
them
wrap
you.
snack before.
Someday,
You're missing out, dude. These are good.
you're just gonna get a package at your doorstep,
Dabbing is the
And,
lifestyle.
and it's not gonna be a bomb. It's going to be like a pallet of just every flavor of wrap snacks, a lifetime supply, and you'll never go hungry.
No, I don't. I don't need wrap snacks. I don't think that'd be healthy for me.
That's the hill you're dying on.
You know how do you guys know how people with no hearing can like see through shit? Like can look at see
That
your
sounded
dick?
crazy when you first said that. People with no hearing can see through shit.
Yeah, they could like see your like the TSA screeners that you. Yep, they can see your balls.
Echolocation, they can see your balls.
This is a bit from last episode.
What do you mean?
Pee is stored in the balls.
What are you talking about? I'm not even talking about peas stored in the balls. I'm talking about how deaf people can see. The
X-ray scan.
Third thought I just got. How did they teach Helen Keller fucking anything?
Dude confounds me to this day. I mean, to be fair,
that's totally crazy.
Fair, she didn't end up being that good, though. Let's be honest here. She wasn't that good.
Dude, she was annoying.
Wow.
Based on what, Tucker? What did she do to annoy you?
We learned about her in school for a long ass time, and it
Really?
was
When'd you learn about her? I feel like
you were in that special program. But the rest of us
right with the Chromebook day.
I still had this. Day. Okay.
Yeah, you were on Chromebook
Tucker
day.
keeps saying that I was like in different classes entirely. No. Okay. In middle school, I just didn't take a language. Okay. I didn't take a language in middle school. I would go to a place called Learning Center. And that's what you just followed Rap Snacks on TikTok with the Chuckle Sandwich. No, you can't. We follow 3 people on.
No, come on, that's funny, dude.
All right, I'll let it slide. Sorry,
I didn't mean to cut. You get distracted when I do stuff on that screen.
Wait, what was I just saying?
Learning Center, dude. Learning Center.
I'll go to Learning Center.
That's special ed.
Whenever
that's
Tucker,
special ed. If you weren't doing a language and you went to Learning Center,
yeah,
you were in a special ed class. There's nothing wrong with that.
But no, the actual purpose of that class that I would go to was that it was like not like it was like a side class thing. It wasn't like it didn't take the place of my normal classes. Like I would be able to do, and I would also be able to go there to take tests and stuff.
Looks like it took the place of language.
In middle school, it did. In high school, I only did it from.
You were still going in high school,
freshman and sophomore
to
year,
the Learning Center,
and then I graduated out of it. Okay. All right.
Damn,
All right.
Schlatt just lit you on fire.
Dude.
It's like dumping gasoline on you.
What the fuck, Schlatt? That was so rude.
This is just new to me.
I know, but like you were incredulous is what it was. You were incredulous that I continued to be in the Learning Center thing. You were you're still in it in high school? Oh, all right.
No, that's like an elementary school thing, I thought.
Not for Teddy.
No, okay, now it's making it sound like I was taking elementary school kid classes in fucking high school. It was just a place that I could go to do work. And there were like...
Okay, but the rest of us were going to the library.
Okay.
So what? There's a disconnect.
Yeah, I was in calculus when you were in the Learning Center, buddy.
No, no.
Yes, I was.
No,
yes, I was.
You were in calculus... What year did you do calculus?
Junior year.
You were in calculus when I was a freshman in college.
That's why those math captures are plaguing everybody. So I was taking calculus junior year.
Yeah, I had a really thick accent Russian math teacher in my calculus class that I had to retake in college first year.
I was doing Russian math. He was going to Russian.
No, it wasn't Russian math. I just could barely understand him.
There was a Russian math center in our town, and it was like a horrifying. I drive by, and I was always like, "Oh,
what is Russian? What's the difference?"
Well, our friend Moses, I think he would have to go to that. Like there was a period of Moses' life he had to go to Russian math. Like he'd be like, oh, I can't get pizza today, guys. I gotta go to Russian math.
It always had an abusive vibe to it.
Dude, my math teacher, he'd take us outside for class when it was really nice out. Not because he wanted us to enjoy it. He'd smoke during the class.
That's the most New York thing I've ever fucking heard.
That's Russian math right there.
And it would waft over the entire class, and he just didn't even. He was just like, "Fuck yeah, we're smoking
in an Adidas
today."
tracksuit and squatting too.
Dude,
he squat down next to your desk with his feet flat.
I didn't pay a lick of attention in this class because I had taken it 2 years prior.
Wait,
and one day he just
you were taking Russian math calculus in freshman year?
No, this is freshman year of college, and I was taking calculus in junior year of high school. Yeah, so I had to retake it. I had to retake. Yeah, well, you were in the Learning Center.
I took it. I almost killed myself.
One day, my Russian math teacher, he looks at me, he's like, "Why are you here?" That's like the only thing I remember from that class.
And then you dropped out. You were like, "Yeah, that's a great point."
And I dropped out.
Come here,
like,
my boy. What do you sit in this class?
He said Jay Schlatt.
Yeah,
Jay
come
Schlatt,
here, Jay
come
Schlatt.
here, my. Well, I'm not gonna say his name, Schlatt, come here, my boy. Sit down. Have a cigarette? Like you give officers a cigarette? No, it's okay.
No, I don't smoke. It was so funny, man. I was like in awe when he pulled out that first fucking cigarette. I was like, this motherfucker is actually going to smoke during our class.
I wonder how much collective secondhand smoke he gave to the growing youth of your generation.
I don't know, man. Probably a good amount. He got me into it.
Another thing like Russian math that was really common in our town, Ted, is like my wife grew up in a really religious, she grew up in the Bible Belt. But in Acton, Massachusetts, people weren't really religious, but I felt like Chinese school was like Sunday church. Because like...
Oh, like, yeah.
And it was like, I had friends and stuff in elementary school, and I'd be like, do you want to hang out? And they'd be like, I got Chinese school. And I was always like, man, what goes on in
Chinese school?
It's kind of similar to when the kids were practicing for their... I don't know if it's bat or bar mitzvah or whatever. They had Hebrew school too. There was Hebrew school was a thing.
Yeah,
a lot of schools too. And then I had to go to fucking Sunday school things in order to get confirmed, dude.
I wasn't a new immigrant. I wasn't religious, so on Sunday I was just like, guess I'll just fucking play Legos.
Dude.
Oh, I didn't have it on Sunday. It was called CCD, and we did it on Wednesday. Yeah, Wednesday night.
Wait,
I was a day of school.
Yeah, mine was called CCD too. I think. What does it stand for?
Christian Catholic Doctrination. I have no fucking idea. I have no idea.
Why did CCD sounds really familiar though? Like that's literally what it was called for me.
Yeah, Confraternity of Christian Doctrine. That's what you had to do.
CCD, yeah.
To get confirmed, yeah.
And it was on Wednesdays, wasn't it? Yeah, it was. And
it was on Wednesdays.
You'd split into groups and you'd like talk about fucking questions. They give you fucking homework.
Yeah, and then you had like a volunteer teacher who'd be like,
it was literally just like hanging out. It was literally just like hanging out with people and then just giving like a notion of a religious response sometimes.
So are you guys both Catholic?
Yeah,
dude. Yes.
I think I am too. Like by blood.
I'm giving you a hard time, Tucker, because that is such an established piece of lore for Schlatt, and also you've known me for like 10 years.
Yeah, I never seen you once step foot in a religious establishment.
Dude.
Interesting. It was Palm Sunday 2 days ago, Ted.
Ted's about to be Easter.
Dude, can't you see the fucking... Or that's not...
No, that's
Wednesday.
Yeah, you missed the mark on that one.
Can't you see the beads of water hit me from the priest who was walking through the aisles, tossing... This is what they would do, Tucker. The guy he'd get some palms, and he'd got a little dish of holy water. And he'd start... Hindsight.
He'd douse it?
Hindsight. Really, really kind of a pagan sort of behavior when you think about it. But no, he would go down the aisles, and he'd dip the palms in like this holy water stuff, and then he would go like that, and he would kind of like toss it into the crowd. Yeah, palm leaves.
Where the hell are they getting palm leaves in Massachusetts?
Okay, well, it's like the modern age. I think you can order some if you really wanted some.
If I ask my dad, I'm like,
church supplies,
dude.
Wait,
as a kid, I
church Durant store.
I hadn't stepped foot in a church once until I went to boot camp, and I was just doing it there to get out of Sunday work.
Oh yeah, I remember
maybe
that.
I should have.
Everyone was religious at boot camp, Schlatt, because it was like if you said that you need, because
if you weren't religious, you had to stay back, and you would get subjected to whatever the drill instructors wanted, because there was like 5 kids that.
Right.
Sorry, I've been awake for like 31 hours now. I think I just 31-hour mark.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know how? What just happened?
I just hit my quota.
Your quota?
I just hit my quota.
Oh, okay. All right.
I know, just kidding. What were you gonna say?
Nothing. I forgot.
No, come on. You remember?
No, I genuinely forgot.
No, you remember because we were just talking about boot camp, and then we were just talking about the church thing, and we were just and then Tucker
Sunday
was.
School.
No, I don't remember.
Damn it, dude! I gave you everything.
Yeah, it's gone.
It's gone into the ether, dude.
I don't believe that he forgot what he said. I think he just doesn't want to say it.
I think he got embarrassed. I think he got a little embarrassed.
Yeah, I got a little embarrassed.
God, I want peanut M&Ms so fucking bad. It makes me want to. Don't do it. Don't do it, Tucker.
And you know what I got? I got those Cadbury mini eggs, the chalky ones too.
Oh,
you
what
like
the
those?
Fuck? I do
You like
like
those?
those.
I'm prepping for Easter, dude. You see this?
Oh, honestly,
See this?
that candy
See
right
this?
there, the hard shell candies right there. Tucker, put that away. We're focusing on Schlatt's thing now. I'm on to a new age. Those get better with age. Those are those Cadbury eggs are an acquired taste. They're like the olives of candy.
I like that.
Yeah, because I don't know about you guys, but I fucking love green olives now. I am such an olive guy now.
No.
And the
I
little
like beer
red
now.
ones too.
That's
Little red snacking ones too sometimes.
no,
Dude, black olives, fuck that shit. I don't want that on my pizza. I don't know what the deal is with that. But green olives. And if you're thinking like, oh, I had an olive at a bar and it was like dry and miserable, then you're thinking of the wrong olives, because those olives have been sitting out on the bar all day. Those are like the miserable olives that are like just wishing for death. You need a well marinated, delicious olive. Some you can order as a side piece at a restaurant. It's gonna come out. They're gonna be greasy. Sometimes they'll still have the pits in them, so it's like you got to do a little work in your mouth, but it's fun.
I know where you got this. Your dad drinks martinis and he loves olives in them. And he's got a special order, and now you do, because he told you wouldn't get the Nivison estate if
Honestly,
you didn't start drinking.
No. I got the olive thing from just a natural progression of me getting into olives, because there were some. You can't just decide that that's not true when I'm telling you the truth here. I started drinking my dad's drink more when I got into olives. What are we talking about? The Kettle One martini, dry, dirty with 3 olives?
Yeah, that's the one.
Okay, well, I started drinking it more when I got more into olives. So don't you try coming in here and start telling me what's what, all right? Or I'll smack you. I'll smack you silly.
is that a QR code on your mic, Tucker?
It is.
Man, he didn't even get one episode without getting called out.
It is.
What is that too?
Wouldn't you like to know?
Wait, pull it out.
Oh boy,
Pull it out.
I'm gonna do it. Is this an IP grabber?
Tucker, stop moving your fucking shit around. Tucker, I don't know if this works.
It's not working.
Wait, I almost got it. Tucker, stop moving it.
Nope. No, that's not working for me.
Oh my God, every time I almost get it, Tucker keeps moving it.
It's not working. He's just that just won't work. That's kind of sad that he put in all that effort taping a QR code to the microphone. It doesn't work.
I think you need to tilt it so it's flat, Tucker. It needs to be flush with the surface.
Oh, almost had it.
Oh, I got it. Oh, I almost got it.
I got it.
Hey, check it out!
Shit.
Twitch.tv/Tucker Keane. Go check me out. I'm playing on the SMP.
All right. He's on the SDMP.
Yeah, that's great. That's great. And you know what's crazy about QR codes, Tucker? You've got that's a one in a. They're gonna run out of QR codes. Do you know that?
Well, then they could just make it like one perimeter bigger, and then wouldn't that solve the problem? Wouldn't that give them like an extra million QR codes or something?
Yeah, I guess. But I like the doomsday aspect of this. I like the doomsday aspect. Like, what are we gonna do when we run out of QR codes?
What are we gonna do about this?
What are we gonna do when we run out of QR codes?
I remember. You know what's a really fun thing that people should do more if you're in high school?
Dude, egging houses and killing kids.
No, that's way too. You should be leaving QR codes around your high school with like weird shit linked to it. I remember I found a QR code at my high school and had some weird shit linked to it, and it made my day. I was like, that was awesome. It's a little Easter egg. I
think people kind of do that already though in school, but it's just the equivalent of just like an unknown number airdropping you something. Like, it always happens on a plane every once in a while.
Or like a slur like carved into the desk, and you're just like, well, all right.
Yeah,
you were bored. You were bored.
Dude, I was never one of those people. I don't know who had the time and effort and energy to be those guys who in the bathrooms, like, they didn't like write on like with Sharpie. It was carved. It was carved into the side.
How long were you in
fucking,
here?
Yeah, it's like, did you get a knife? Were you
That's
using
a big
like
shit.
like did you get a pencil? Like you could, if you were a blind person, you'd be able to feel that money.
Yeah,
you know?
you would.
And
You know what it said?
it's just something like it. And they didn't even really think about what they wanted to say. It just says shit in all caps. It doesn't give you a message of it doesn't there's no revolutionary message. It's just shit or fuck or cum. Oh.
Yeah. We got a big QR code on screen right now, everybody. Scan it, see where it takes you. Take the risk.
Take the risk.
Take the risk. Now. Take the risk. Do it.
Do it.
And thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching. I'm going to pass out.
Yeah. Me too.